Students, today we are going to read a very beautiful poem with a deep meaning, that is the Ball poem by John Berryman. In this poem, we would understand that everyone has to lose something or another, whatever we possess, with the duration of time. And we would see here a little boy, the boy who is playing with a ball he possesses, and while playing he loses that ball. But the boy repents, the boy feels sad for a longer time, and as the time passes by, he understood that no one can buy him the ball which he has lost. People or anyone who love him can buy him another ball, but the feelings attached to the ball which he has lost can never be bought. Now we will read the stanzas of the poem one by one and go to the deeper meanings of the poem. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What is he to do? Here the poet is talking about a boy, a small boy who has lost his ball. And now the poet wants to know that what will this boy become now? What will he do now because he has lost his favorite toy, that is ball. I saw it go. It refers to the ball. I saw it go merrily bouncing. The poet saw that ball was going merrily, jumping. Bouncing means jumping down the street and then merrily over there. It is in the water, and after going to the street, it passed on into the water. The ball now has gone into the water, which cannot be recovered back. Here starts the second para, that is, no use to say, oh, there are other balls. The poet says that the boy will not understand now anyone because the boy loved that ball too much. His eyes are gazed to that ball, and there is no use to say now that there are other balls, you can play with those balls. The poet understands that the boy will not understand anyone. If any other ball will be given to the boy will not be attached. He wants the ball only which he has lost. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor. Now the poet says that the boy looking to the ball which has gone into the water has now become rigid, means still. He is trembling. Why? Because he is afraid that how can I get my ball back? No one will bring my ball back. It has gone into the water forever. He is staring down all his young days. He is now feeling so low that my all young days, my all childhood days had gone into the harbor, had gone into the water where his ball went. Let's come to the third stanza. I would not intrude on him. Here the poet says that it is useless to force him to get another ball because this is the nature of children, that they want the things only which they owe. Nothing can replace to the feelings which are attached to the original things. So here the poet says that he will not convince him, he will not say anything to him because he is not able to give the same ball to him. A dime, another ball, is worthless. The poet says that now if I buy another ball with money for him, he will not understand that this is the same ball because he knows that, the boy knows that the ball which he loved had gone into the water. He will not accept any other toy now. Now he senses first responsibility. Sense of responsibility, that means that what should be our first responsibility towards the things we love, that is care. Now the boy has become quite mature to understand that he should have taken care of the ball with his heart because he loved it. And now, because he has lost the ball, he understood that no other ball can replace the ball he has lost, as he was so much attached to that object. And in this world of possessions, this possessions means the things we owe. In the entire world of possessions, in this world where we are easily attached to the things, we should learn a lesson from this small incidents, that we should also take care of our things. We should value the things which we have. Coming to the last stanza, let us read. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. Here the poet is making the boy, small boy, understand that people will take balls. That means we will have lots of things in our life which we would love a lot. Balls will be lost always, and all those things will not remain forever with us. They will be always lost, like this little boy has lost the ball. And no one buys a ball back, and there is no one who can get that thing which you love back. Here, see, the ball is a metaphor to all those things which we love in our life, and those things cannot be bought back even with money. Money is external. Even money cannot buy the feelings, the emotions attached to the things we possess. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes, and now, due to this incident, the boy has started learning. What has he learned? Well behind his desperate eyes. Desperate eyes means now his eyes are hopeless. He knows that he will not get the ball back. The epistemology of loss. Epistemology of loss means the boy has understood that nothing can be gained back which he has lost now. The epistemology of loss means the loss refers to the heart of the boy. He is now not able to understand how to get this lost thing back. This is the study of loss. He is not able to understand how to gain my lovable thing back. How to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Now he wants to understand that how people recover from such losses, because loss is the nature of life. The poet says that one must learn to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is called maturity. And now, losing this ball, the boy also has become mature like other people. Like other people have understood how to stand up through such situations. Now, the central idea of this poem reviews the poem by speaking the same lines. Money is external. Yes, money cannot buy the things those are attached to our feelings. It can only buy the similar things, but not the same thing with which our emotions are attached. And another theme, what the poem explains to us, is the lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life. The boy also has started accepting the fact that we should take care of our things, otherwise, we would lose them forever and then would regret thereafter. Some things happen to teach the toughest things of life, as in this poem, a smallest thing of this boy, which was very dear to him, has lost, and that thing has taught him the toughest lesson of life, that he would face many such realities in life further after. Students, the poetic devices, the literary devices, very important part of this poem. Let's see. The first one is repetition. Repetition is any word which is repeated in the poem again and again. And we have heard the word ball repeated again and again. That is why repetition is the literary device used here. Alliteration. Alliteration simply means when any first letter of any word in a single line is repeated or sounding the same. That is, buys a ball back, a line in stanza 4. You can see the word buys, ball, back, and their first letter B, B, B. They are same and sounding the same. That is called alliteration. In metaphor, when we compare any object, any two things, but without the use of as or like. And in this poem, clearly the ball is a metaphor to all those things which we love.